If you watched my previous Spelunky video, you'll know that I accomplished nearly everything that Spelunky2 has to offer, except for one thing, a 799 run. Today, I'm gonna finally beat the hardest challenge in the game. In case you don't know, every run is gonna start at 1-1 in the mines. At level 2, we're gonna grab a turkey, move on to level 3, where I will get both this key, and then I'll use it to get the eye, which is gonna allow me to see through walls. After that, I will kill Crawlback for some bombs and a little bit of health, and take the right path towards the volcano area. The left will take me to the jungle, and I am never going to go there, because there is something in the volcano that I want. If you sacrifice a dog at the altar, you get an item, and if you sacrifice 2, you get a little something I'll show you later on. The only thing we need to do in 2-1 is find this guy, Van Horsing, and set him free. On the next floor, we need to complete the moon challenge. Once we find the bow, we just need to destroy this Matic, and we're good to go. Sadly, my path was blocked by a lava monster, so I had to kill Ton and go around, where I somehow managed to miss all 3 safe points and died in the lava. So let's just move on to another run. We've got the bow, and it's time to move on to 2-3. We are going to use the eye to activate this drill, and at the bottom of the map is going to be Vlad's castle. Since we save Van Horsing, he's going to kill Vlad for us, allowing us to get a double jump cape. Nothing happened in 2-4, so it's on to Olmec. You can drop a few bombs to get him up to this hole in the wall, then we'll grab the Ankh, which is just going to give me an extra life. After that, I'll leave the bow with Waddler, and I'll collect that later. There are 2 paths to take. The top path leads to the tide pool, and that's the easier of the 2. In here, you can gamble for a few items and get an invitation to the pleasure parlor later on. After that, we're going to grab the sword, since we have the crown that we got in Vlad's castle. Then, we need to either sacrifice the Ankh, or do an Ankh skip if we want to keep it. It's been a while, so I forgot where to put the bombs, and I died. Now this is what it's supposed to look like. You put the bombs on the outside, and you survive. Nothing to do but keep going though, so it's time to fight Kingu and obtain the Tablet of Destiny. We can just drop right on through the ice caves and move on to Neo Babylon, where I'm going to grab this Ustabi, which matches the description on the tablet we got. And then we just move on. Except tragedy struck, and I dropped it right into the path of this moving block, which destroyed it. So, with it crushed, I am in a bit of trouble. I stopped by the pleasure parlor for some health, and then moved on to Tiamat. Since the Ustabi was crushed, I now need to do a skip that I wasn't feeling particularly confident on at this point, and I failed it, getting ping-ponged around these lasers until I died. On the next run, I sacrificed 2 dogs, and was rewarded with the Kapala. This blood cup collects blood from any enemies that I hurt or kill, and when it overflows, it's going to turn that into health for me. So I showed you the first path, this time I'm going to show you the bottom path. By having Olmec bomb my way down, I can make it to the more difficult area, the temple. Enemies here can curse me, they can insta-kill me, and they can also poison me until I bring a dog to the exit. The good news though, is if you saved Van Horsing before, and you find him here, he'll give you the alien compass, so now I can find the exit in the cosmic ocean, which a normal compass couldn't do. And for the future, if you see the alien compass on my little items bar, you know that I went temple. If you've already gotten the blood cup, and you just sacrifice yet another dog, you're just rewarded with more health, and by killing Anubis, I have now gained an incredibly dangerous weapon that can also insta-kill me. The other benefit of going temple is that by completing this challenge, which all I need to do is light all these torches, I get the elixir, which gives me a free 8 health, and 1 shield against either curse or poison. And with that done, we go through the ice caves in Neo Bab, same as before, and we're back to Tiamat, where I now need to actually do the skip that I tried to do before. Luckily, I'm feeling better, so all you gotta do, throw the ropes up, hop my way to the top, except I stayed too high and got knocked down, but luckily, I fell through the hole, and she hit me with her staff right at the bottom, which prevented me from taking infinite fall damage and dying at 40 health. This time, I did it a little bit too late, and I took a lot of damage, but once again, Tiamat did save me from insta-dying down at the bottom, so I went up again, and a ball of electricity spawned right as I jumped, which nearly killed me, but this time I managed to land on the bubble with exactly 1 heart left, so if I had fallen like before, I would have died. And with no room for error, I finally did get it done, losing 45 health, but luckily not dying. And it's after the sunken city where I have 3 goals. First off, get some health so I'm not literally about to die and lose my Ankh. Second, find Waddler and collect my bow, since he's not going to go any further, and then find and complete the Sun Challenge. All I need to do is keep whipping these guys, and after a while the challenge will end. If I get knocked off, then I'm probably going to get cursed, and then shot, and then if I somehow got shot before being cursed, I'll be cursed at that point, and then I'll be dead. But once I win, I get the Arrow of Light and a goodie bag full of 24 ropes and 24 bombs. After that, we can just head right up to 7-4, where we need to outrun Hundun to the top of the map. If he catches me, then I die on the spikes. And I believe the bow also gets crushed, which forcefully ends a run there. Now this fight isn't very hard. If you have enough bombs, you can bomb him. If you have spike boots, you can jump on his head with those. It's actually pretty rare for me to die here, which is why I was actually very disappointed that I let him kill me. Luckily, I put the bow somewhere safe, so it didn't get crushed or have the chance to, and I went back, got one head, and fun fact, if you hover in the air long enough, then your spikes are going to deal infinite damage to whatever you land on. So I just used that to kill the other head. Then I shot the eye with the combined Howie's bow and Arrow of Light, which opened the way to the Cosmic Ocean. And by jumping in, we arrive at 7-5, the start of the Cosmic Ocean, and just a mere 94 levels away from our goal of a 799 run. In the Cosmic Ocean, there are 3 orbs that you need to find and pop, and the exit is always guarded by a cosmic jellyfish, which will insta-kill you if you touch it. The levels are also infinitely looping, so any direction you go is going to put you right back at the start. Top to bottom and left to right. Since I have the alien compass, you can see an arrow pointing towards the exit. Now, I've already lost my Ankh, so I'm not really expecting to get too far on this run, but let's see what happens, and consider this practice for the real run later on. You never know what the next level is going to be, so I decided to grab a boomerang, then nearly got myself killed on the way out. But I survived and made my way into an infinitely more dangerous temple level. In the Cosmic Ocean, any zone from earlier on in the game can appear here as a level, and temple is the worst. The reason for this is because they are filled, of course, with cursed cats, poison snakes, mummies, and a bunch of crush blocks. Always seem to be right at the exit, too. I failed to get rid of it, so I just tried to send it away, hoping that it wouldn't loop all the way back around. And with the temple behind us, it is on to a Neo Babylon level, and I wasn't ready to exit, but the ship destroyed my last orb, so I had to run. Then I got stuck on this elevator, and the jellyfish got me, ending this at just a measly 7-9. But the best run so far, so hey, we can only go up from here. Now that you know how to get to the Cosmic Ocean, as well as the diverging paths, I'm just going to start us at Hundun with another tide pool run. We move on to a lava level, and since I have paste, this hidden orb is going to be no problem to get. Prep the exit, and it is time to go. Sadly, I can't bring the caveman with me. Don't know where he's going to end up, but let's get out of here. Oh, there he is, falling right where I want to go. Classic. Next up was a temple level, and I got spooked by the crush traps and ran right into a cursed cat, losing 43 health in a fraction of a second. So many things around here can kill me, but we've got all the orbs, so let's at least leave with the Ankh. Exits were right here, but now I have to go get my cape back since I'm not going to survive long without that. Luckily, I have the climbing glove, so I can get back, run through the traps, and now we can leave. Actually, now we're cursed again, since a cat decided to fall out of the sky right on top of me. That was an abysmal temple, but at least we were out and somehow still alive after that. The next level was a cakewalk, and then I hopped right into a trap, ending this run at 7-10. Better than before, because remember, it's all about personal goals. Just a little bit of improvement is something to be proud of. The next run also started in the lava world, before moving on to the ice caves where I picked up a camera that I would soon abandon because it's not that useful. With no gloves, I had to take the long way around, and I jumped right into an arrow trap and took infinite fall damage, so let's skip the rest of that and move on to a new run. It starts with a temple level, and a scary encounter with a mummy and a cursed cat, but I survived and moved on to another temple, which luckily posed no challenge for me. After that, it was a sunken city where I played risky and got myself crushed trying to escape this exploding frog. I then took a bit of damage before roping up, and finding that my cape wasn't crushed, just me. A disappointing level, but I continue on, getting stuck in a maze of traps before dying once again to a jellyfish at 7-9. I am starting to get a feel for it again though. So let's head back to the temple, where I got blocked by an alligator and then butchered by a jellyfish. I managed to avoid the enemies in these crush blocks, grabbed my cape, and escaped. I nearly got myself killed with fall damage again, but luckily, I bounced off a wall and regained control. I moved on, and then spent quite a few bombs trying to get this orb, but it all worked out in the end, and let's be honest, I'm not going to end up using all of these bombs anyway before I die. Soon, our final resting place arrived, where I pushed a block out of its way, not realizing that it fell on a treadmill, and it crushed me when I went to hit the orb. A sad way to die, but 712 is better than 710, which is better than 79, so we are still improving. But this run is where things get serious. Hundun's dead, but if he was still alive, he'd have wanted you not only to subscribe to the channel, but also to leave a like or a comment. And it's on to our first zone, the temple. I missed killing the cat, so let's hope that doesn't fall out of the sky and curse me in a minute. Never mind, I found him. And since I can't kill him, we'll come back for him later. That was pretty scary, and so is this cat, so let's get out of here. I found a mattock, which is going to be great for us, and the Cosmic Ocean is actually the only place where I'm happy to have a parachute for. That was a stupid jump, but luckily, I hit the barrier, otherwise I probably would have died to that. We've already reached my personal best, and now we've smashed past it. But, sadly, the mattock is gone, so we're gonna need to start using bombs again. 721 was a bit rude, it would have softlocked us if we had no bombs. But, I do, so let's just move on. I want this guy dead, and I am willing to waste a lot of bombs if it makes my exit safe. I almost lost my Ankh on 729 thanks to this elevator block, but luckily, I was watching, so I got out of the way in time. I then got myself a boomerang, which is no replacement for a mattock, and I have no clue why the bomb stuck here, but whatever. My next bomb went around the world and could have killed me if the exit was just a little bit higher, or a little bit closer. Despite the fact that I could easily have walked over and whipped it, I kept on wasting bombs until it finally worked, but I found some more on the next level, so it was all okay. I also found a jetpack, which is pretty rare. But I already have the cape, and I prefer the cape because I won't blow up if I touch fire. So I left it be and escaped from this temple. And now we're at 733, a third of the way through the Cosmic Ocean, which is pretty cool. I made sure not to get crushed by the blocks this time, and we moved even deeper. And this is why I kept the cape. The jetpack would have blown up, possibly killing me and leaving me immobile. But I didn't. So I grabbed the orbs and kept going, where I almost got crushed by another elevator block, and then another one since two of them came together for some reason. I got the orb, found my exit was not clear, so I damage boosted through them and escaped just before I would have gotten knocked off and probably then killed by the jellyfish. So I got pretty lucky. We arrived at 744 and I got another parachute. At my next temple level, this sorceress destroyed my final orb, which I wasn't ready for, but it's fine, and I managed to escape. And we're over halfway to the bottom of the Cosmic Ocean, 750. And without incident, we soon arrived at 760. Now I was starting to run low on bombs at this point, so luckily, I got myself a few more, before making it to the 2/3 mark, and finding another mattock, which I'm real excited for, and some more bombs as well. I also found a pair of glasses, so now I can see in walls again. We finished off 769 with no issues, emerging at 770. An hour and 50 minutes in, man this run has taken a while. The mattock made this temple nice and easy, but I used the last of its durability to escape. But what did I find in a wall on the next level? That's right, another mattock. I played a dangerous game with this trap, grabbed the mattock, and moved on. We are now 2 hours in, and we finally made it to 7-80. It was a nice, easy ice cave level, and the following level was no harder. The temple posed no challenge, and this poison snake actually helped me to escape. The mattock finally broke at 785, and I had to waste 4 bombs trying to get this orb. I missed all of them, and then I just decided to jump on it and keep going. 788 had all 3 orbs together, which is pretty rare, so I grabbed this machete and I left. I swapped it out for a boomerang instead and moved on to 7-90 with only 9 levels remaining. Next up was just a simple fire level. After that came a jungle, and I didn't feel the need to get this box on my way out. Another jungle level followed that one, and after that I moved on to, wouldn't you guess it, yet another jungle level. And once I finished that one, another jungle level after that. Finally, next up came an ice caves level, and then a sunken city level. Nothing much really happened, and we were soon on the penultimate level, which was, if you can guess, yet another jungle level. And I had plenty of resources, and I still had the Ankh, because I haven't died yet. But right here, I jumped onto the exit platform, and if there was a boomerang or a curse guy there, I could easily have just been killed before I even had a chance to throw my boomerang. Luckily for me, it was fine, and I move on to the final level, 7-98 at nearly 2.5 hours into this run. I'll be honest, I was not expecting this to go all the way to 799, so I wasn't really prepared to sit here and play it out for over 2 hours, but we're almost done. 1 orb's popped, and since it's a big level, it took a little bit of time, but I finally found the other 2. I grabbed one, and then I found my way out, opened up the exit, then I went back and used my final bomb of the run. I dodged the jellyfish, and I grabbed the boomerang before I left this level behind, and arrived at 799, where we became one with the cosmos and created our own constellation. We got the Animus Minor because I had over 50 health and I did nothing else of note. And with that, the credits start playing, and I have officially beaten the hardest challenge in Spelunky 2, a 799 run. And if you noticed by this little skull in the corner, this was actually a daily challenge as well. So that's the run. A decent score over the course of 2 hours and 26 minutes, not like the time of the score matters. I'm just thrilled that I was able to do it, and I was able to share this with all of you. I've been trying for that since the game came out. And, as the entry says, we have officially become one with the cosmos. I don't know why I don't show up on the leaderboard, but, you know, take a look at my profile, you can see the deepest in the last game played was 799. And a fun fact for you, 1-2 is my most deadly level, because that's where I am most likely to reset. And that's it. I'm proud to have finally done it. Like I said, I've been trying to do this for a while. I hope you enjoyed watching. Thanks so much if you made it this far. Subscribe if you want to see more, and have a great rest of your day. Bye.